And if necessary, a third ball will be chosen by IWC owner Justin Plummer. Introducing personal referee in charge when the bell sounds, CJ Sensation.
Wardlow has only dropped 2 matches in 4 years, but one of them was to Pollock. Pollock will double that deed if he escapes with his title tonight.
Which, as you have pointed out, is a rare claim.
Wardlow sees the prize that was once his, could be again. It is a big fight feel.
Champions ready, challengers ready, here we go. Through, he steps behind, gets a waist lock, throws Pollock down. He wants Pollock to know he can physically dominate him at will.
It is elite company to be a 3-time champion here with IWC's top prize. John McChesney has done it, as has Dennis Gregory. But in nearly 18 years of history, the list stops there.
And a clean break. Wardlow showing that he wants this match to be a classic style match. He broke and won.
And no Jackson Argos, no RC Dupree. Pollock the headlock. We're going to neutralize the overwhelming power that Wardlow brings into this. Pollock's one of the few men that can look Wardlow eye to eye. When you're talking about just pure strength, Wardlow is without peer.
Yeah, we were using the term big man business, but as far as big men go in IWC, you can't have the conversation without having the word Wardlow escape your lips.
Oh! Pollock went to slip underneath. Wardlow able to drop down and cut Pollock off at the pass. Out for the ride, hip lock, no, Pollock from behind.
Backslide.
2 count only. Jayworth, this was Wardlow's decision for the stipulation to be essentially no stipulation as Pollock gets 2. Is this to Wardlow's advantage, or will Jack excel in this environment?
You have to believe that Wardlow, if you're looking at a pure athletic competition, Wardlow has to have the advantage at that. That the scheming, the machinations, the ability to win is based around circumventing, ignoring, breaking rules when it comes to Pollock. So a match where you have to concentrate on the rules, it has to somewhat neutralize that.
Another deep, hard headlock takeover. On the mat, however, you got to go back to Jack Pollock being trained by Lance Storm, one of the best tacticians of this era. And certainly if Wardlow stays grounded, that paradigm could shift to Jack Pollock.
I mean, yeah. I don't disagree with that.
Wardlow to the vertical base.
I was going to say it's a big if as far as keeping Wardlow on his back.
And Wardlow just manhandling and manipulating the anatomy of Jack Pollock in any way he pleases.
Throwing him around, twisting limbs.
And Jay Worth, both these men bring it time in and time out. And whether you love them or you hate them, they have a ton of fight in them and a lot of gas in that tank. For 3 falls, we could be here a while.
Yeah, get comfy.
Wardlow, the fireman's carry, immediately traps Pollock. Official a little slow to the draw. That noticeably upsets Wardlow. But what these major championship matches are about, Jay Worth, is how you respond on the fly and how you deal with the elements around you. And if Wardlow lets something little like that rent space in his head, it could give Pollock an opening.
I mean, you're absolutely right. You can't worry about what if my game plan falls apart. You can't really have a game plan outside of I will deal with what shows up.
Oh, Wardlow heads on a modified version of Chaos Theory.
It looked like Pollock was anticipating a pin there, and it started to struggle to get out, and then was pulled through and dumped on the back of his head.
I don't think Wardlow just went with that momentum and kept going. A German release suplex.
And when we talk about why did Wardlow want a classic wrestling match, this is his wheelhouse to a T. Grab a guy, throw him around.
And certainly a lot of this reminiscent of another former IWC champion, Ray Rowe.
Yeah, very true.
And Wardlow feels comfortable, yet hopefully not content. A long way to go still.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is best out of 3 falls. Even if he gets through this fall with a victory, he has a street fight ahead of him. We know that.
And a potential 3rd fall that is Plummer's choice. And based on the history with Plummer and Pollock, I can only imagine what that could be.
My personal guess has something to do with the fire. That warmed my pants.
Keep in mind, Wardlow has faced IWC legends like Jimmy DeMarco, Super Hentai. They were never the same afterwards. But that is history, not prophecy. Wardlow may have met his toughest competitor to date in the form of Pollock.
Yeah, we talk about the toughness of Pollock.
Oh, God.
But right now, Pollock's trying to prove it by absorbing as much punishment as Wardlow feels like dishing out.
I don't think Pollock has a choice but to prove it. It's prove it or drop your title in 2 straight falls. Wardlow creates some distance. And Wardlow taking a chance here cross body. 2 count only. The one thing about Wardlow, as you see his temper again, since leaving Justin LaBar, he's become more and more multifaceted. He's become more dangerous in a multitude of different ways. He's not just the power anymore. He's not just the attitude anymore. Every time we see Wardlow, he adds another notch to that tool belt.
Oh, I agree. And to note, the power and the attitude have not gone away. It's just there are more pockets on said tool belt.
The only potential X factor that to me the jury's out on is if Wardlow can keep his focus in a big match situation without someone ringside helping guide him. Whether it's a LaBar, LaRusso, etc., Wardlow's got a bad temper. And one thing LaBar often did is keep that in check and focused. We'll see how that shakes out as the match progresses. As Pollock takes out the knee, but Wardlow pops to his feet.
Got a couple elbows to the jaw there. Oh, and then a roll through.
That is scary strength. Oh, Pollock counters. Oh, got a knee right to the face, maybe the side of the jaw. Wardlow is rocked.
I don't. Is his nose bleeding? No.
And Jayworth, was that the brace of the knee that caught contact with the face of Wardlow?
I didn't see. I'm not sure.
Certainly would seem as such based on the body language of both immediately afterwards.
I mean, I can't judge anyone from going limp from a well-placed knee to the face.
Wardlow's mouth is gaping open. It may be having breathing difficulties with that nose, to your point. Still favoring it, and Pollock has found a way to, if not determine a weakness, create one.
If you can't find one, make one.
And the side Canadian leg sweep. 2 count only. And Wardlow's intensity, thanks to Pollock's offense, has dropped a notch or two. Wardlow doesn't have that locomotive-like charging power that he did maybe 4 or 6 minutes ago, and that's to Pollock's design to slowly wear away at Wardlow, stretch this matchup out. Wardlow is great in bursts of offense, but he's never gone 60 minutes. Jack Pollock, I'm sure, has.
Well, I feel the need to point out, when you get popped in the nose, even if you don't break your nose, even if you don't have a nosebleed, A, it's disorienting. B, it makes it hard to breathe. C, it makes it hard to see. Your eyes tear up almost immediately. As far as effect versus delivery, a single shot to the nose might be the most effective strike you can ever hit.
But notice, you talk about effective, the effective kick out, the instincts of Wardlow getting off his back as soon as possible.
Oh, he still knows he's in a fight. There he is a long way from just giving up.
And a fight for the thing he has coveted most in his adult life. These people are behind the man with war in his name. Pollock has been a polarizing entity all his own. Ooh. Pollock getting through Tommy Dreamer. Surviving the 6-way ladder match is unbreakable. Nice suplex by Wardlow.
A counter to Pollock's claim that he's the man. And now it gives him a chance to catch some air. Clear those cobwebs, as we like to say.
And Jayworth, if fall 1 ends in a double countout, we could have a very precarious rest of this matchup.
Yeah, very true.
We could end in a draw by the time we finish everything.
Where do you go from there?
Well, I mean, draw would go to the champion in the short term, but obviously issues would not be settled. This match is designed to settle them conclusively as Pollock and Wardlow center ring now, exchanging rights.
This is a little farther from the classic wrestling match, but CJ allowing the open fist or the closed fists.
And Wardlow downstairs. Ouch. Skulls collide. Oh, Pollock the back elbow. Aiming for that nose again, Jayworth. Oh. German suplex.
And a discus forearm to the back of the head into that German.
Oh. And Pollock measures Wardlow with the boot. Covers him. And oh. Notice the frantic nature Pollock attempted to go into that cover with.
I think Pollock knows the longer this runs, the better it looks for Wardlow.
Would you concur with that? I would say endurance-wise, it's all Pollock.
I don't know. To me, I know Wardlow's training. I know Wardlow's size. I've yet to see anyone really gas out.
Oh, God, look at that power. Wardlow. A buckle bomb as the blood on Wardlow becomes more apparent. A spear, and now a near fall.
I want you to think about the amount of damage and how bad Wardlow was looking. And clearly, there's still plenty of gas in the tank.
Notice Wardlow keeps wiping his nose and rubbing the blood on his chest, almost as a battle scar or a reminder of what Jack Pollock's done to him. Pollock is prone, and Wardlow's high above. Swanton, nobody there.
Those blood stripes are serving as motivation, Joe.
Pretty in the air, not in the execution. Pollock measures the boot, and Jack Pollock, no! Pollock's specialty, but not enough. The crowd is behind Wardlow. Pollock must be asking himself 1,000 questions at once, and he goes back to what he knows best. Wardlow caught Pollock coming in for the boot.
He's up.
Contact nearly made with the official. Low blow countered.
Wardlow up over La Magistral.
Wardlow beat him!
The winner of the first fall, Wardlow.
We talked about a classic wrestling match. It was a classic wrestling.
The second fall will be contested as a street fight.
A classic wrestling style cradle did his opposition in. And the street fight has officially started, and Pollock's already ready with weapons.
A small trash can lid.
Yeah, some sort of a metal lid.
I believe just bent over the back of Wardlow.
And keep in mind, Jay Worth, the match with Shane Taylor, the match with Justin Plummer. I've seen Pollock in far more wild environments like this over the years as well. Jack Pollock excels when the rules are null and void.
And just as the classic wrestling was Wardlow's wheelhouse,
Oh, God.
this is Pollock's.
Wardlow tried to shrug it off, but got weak in the knees upon impact. And a trash can to the skull.
And he's still standing.
Second time. Oh. Wardlow dared Pollock to hit him again. You don't dare Jack Pollock to do much and stand to tell about it. Near fall.
And that's two. And Wardlow shoved him off twice.
Now, Jayworth, keep in mind, Wardlow's got a little bit of a cushion here in this fall. Pollock, it's do or die. If he doesn't find a way to beat Wardlow now, he won't. This night is over. Good grief.
And good Lord.
And Wardlow's flinging a trash can at Pollock's skull. Wardlow does not give a damn. Now keep in mind, it is a street fight. There will not be a count out here. Wardlow's got to follow up.
And I want to point out Wardlow holding that arm close to his core. Does he have an injury going on here?
Oh. Between the eyes of Pollock. And on top of him for good measure. Wardlow will fight you in any environment possible. He's not as adept and experienced in this type of realm, but that's not going to stop him.
Not at all. He will adapt.
Oh no! Referee sent back into the guardrail. And Pollock is trying to neutralize Wardlow. Wardlow on that chair. Pollock makes it. Look out!
Oh.
The referee got hit with Pollock's best shot.
Right in the, and look out!
No! Wardlow sends Pollock into the guardrail. The rail gives way. Oh, this is a wild and unsafe situation out here.
And I think the base of the guardrail hit CJ in the head as it came up, bending under the weight of the two men.
Yeah, we got people hurt out here as Wardlow has Pollock back in the ring. And Wardlow's found another chair. We don't have any left within the guardrails. They got destroyed earlier tonight by Jock and Palace. Wardlow finds one from the stands. And that may not resemble anybody's chair after a moment in the hands of Wardlow. Oh, Pollock out of harm's way.
Two elbows.
Wardlow trying to wedge that chair in as deep as he possibly can. And Pollock got lawn darted. Pollock got lawn darted into that chair and his body in free fall until it hit the protected but unpadded floor.
And Wardlow checking on one of the fans that may have been hit by the guardrail there.
But Pollock got hit a lot worse because Pollock's been lacerated.
Yeah. There's blood on the back of Wardlow's arm, and I don't know if that's his or Pollock's.
Pollock is in a bad way here. You got to believe that his head caught one of those jagged or sharpened edges on the side of that chair, or maybe scraped against something on the way down. But Pollock is losing blood. And in fall number 2, with
that
Pollock,
could be it.
Yeah, Pollock's done here. Another official. Done. No. I have no idea how Pollock did that.
I do not either.
I have absolutely no clue. But then again, maybe I shouldn't be surprised.
Like I said, Jack Pollock finds a way to win.
I'm surprised to see anybody survive Wardlow, but I've seen Jack go to hell and back many times in his career. A second time.
Again.
Jack counters downstairs. Street fight, it's legal in this fall. And Pollock can barely stand, but he gets a spine buster. And Pollock moves ahead. No. And Pollock, you gotta believe desperation, urgency is going through his mind right now. Pollock could lose everything, 2 straight falls, if the lights dim too far and he loses too much blood.
Joe, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I absolutely am. Jack Pollock has a ominous bag, and you can hear the metal clashing inside. I'm not going to speculate. Let's just wait and see. Pollock knew things may get desperate. He knew he'd need everything to slay the beast. Jack Pollock has thumbtacks.
All perfectly legal.
Wardlow not on his feet. Now he is. And Wardlow, eye for an eye.
Kick for a kick.
I'm not sure how experienced Wardlow is with thumbtacks.
He has a handful of them.
Wait a minute. Oh my God, down the mouth of Pollock. Oh! Imagine that pierced the inside of his mouth on impact. Power bomb on the tax. Again!
Back up.
Oh no! All day long! Wardlow in 2 straight! No!
Oh.
Damn it!
You had wondered where Team Canada was.
Argos and Dupree. Team Storm, when Pollock was on the brink of destruction, make their presence known.
And now Dupree helping Jack Pollock, while Argos just continues to lay into Wardlow.
And Pollock has lost an incredible amount of blood. Jackson Argos directing traffic, as he so often does. I'm not sure Pollock can even think at this point. But Wardlow's surrounded. Oh! And Wardlow is ready to charge into battle. And is getting the hell kicked out of him for it.
He kept his eyes on his opponent, and that was the mistake.
Oh! Boots the chair into the skull. And it takes 3 men to pin Wardlow.
And that means third fall.
You know, I've been watching you guys play this game for over a year now. And to be quite honest with you, I knew this would happen. I knew you'd play this game again. And this third fall, it ain't happening anymore. Jenny, bring the house lights up.
What?
Now, dude up here, raise the curtain. Because the third fall for the heavyweight title is going to be a song of a 15-foot house beer.
What? What? Plummer brought a backup ring, and he brought a steel cage.
It's pinfall, submission, or escape.
It's pin, it's submission, it's escape, and now Team Storm's beating the hell out of Wardlow in ring number 1, but fall number 3 will be in the confines of a cage. Oh, this is absolutely unprecedented. The Plumbers surprised us with a cage, and Wardlow's having a fight Argos and Dupree between falls. And Wardlow's got both ex-tag team champions all day long into the tacks. Wardlow not amused. I've momentarily lost sight of Pollock. There he is. And Wardlow is going to drag Pollock to the cage, whether Pollock wants to go or not. This is maybe the final step of Justin Plummer's revenge on Pollock, whose face is now being raked across the steel fencing. And there we go, fall number 3 is underway. Hayworth, what a wild set of circumstances this has been. Expect anything in IWC. Pollock now on top. On ball pot nearly pins Wardlow.
And so pinfalls will count in the cage. This is not an escape.
It's pin, submission, or escape, as we heard a moment ago, if I recall that correctly. And many of the IWC locker room is circling around watching this matchup as well. They want to see who the representative is going to be in 2019.
And Pollock trying to get out of the cage, looking for an escape. Wardlow climbing up after him.
And what's important to note too, Jay Worth, as they battle on the top rope, Wardlow had to fight his way through the rest period between falls. Pollock had a chance to rest. We'll see if that factors in.
As an update, Team Storm is laying lifeless in the first ring in front of us.
And Wardlow may have had a lot of life taken from him with that precarious fall that time. Pollock is trying to escape. And again, Pollock has to do the unthinkable here, defeat Wardlow twice in a night if he hopes to overcome, but Wardlow the rapid fire headbutts. Wardlow.
He has him up.
From the top rope. Oh God! Pollock just fell through the ring! Wardlow just dumped Pollock with such force! The ring gave way! What the hell do you do now?
Dig him out and keep beating.
Wardlow may rip that leg off and take it home with him.